We've been there. French resistance fighters speak out against rule by the far right.
Here's a summary of the article.
In the run-up to the second round of legislative elections in France, former members of the resistance to Nazi rule are voicing their concerns over the possibility of a far-right government taking power. They urge the French people not to forget the legacy, spirit and values of the French resistance during the Second World War. 11 days ago, Franco-Austrian Melanie Berger-Wall was filled with immense joy when she was selected by the Loire Département, or district, in central France to carry the Olympic flame due to her participation in the resistance during the Second World War. After a brief stay in Belgium, Berger-Wall came to France where she joined the resistance when Nazi Germany occupied the country. The young activist then continued working with the resistance until France was liberated in 1945. I was deported for acts of resistance. I don't want us to be governed by former SS men, he said, referring to founding members of the FN. Among them were Léon Gautier and Pierre Bosquet, two Frenchmen who had joined the ranks of the Waffen-SS. When you've been through the hands of the SS like I have, you can expect anything, the former resistance fighter said, adding that he hopes that parties from the center will come together and stand shoulder by shoulder against the far right. One of the last surviving resistance fighters from the workhouse Maquis, Villiers joined the resistance at the age of 15, following in the footsteps of his father and several members of his family.
This post received a score of 3,700, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Does anyone know of any English language news sources that will have live coverage when the election results are announced tomorrow? Something I can watch online, even if a VPN is needed? France 24 is a major news outlet. Edit. Probably should have linked their English edition.
It's my go-to for live news on YouTube. Very little bias.
And yet, the modern Vichy fall directly into Putin's digital manipulations and are on track to elect his puppet.
All I have is a voice. To undo the folded lie. The romantic lie in the brain. Of the sensual man in the street. And the lie of authority. Whose buildings grope the sky. There is no such thing as the state. And no one exists alone. Hunger allows no choice. To the citizen are the police. We must love one another or die. W. H. Auden.
Until a private army of robots rolls into town.
Resurrect George Orwell.
Scaring people with the right won't fix your shitty policies. Get better if you don't want the opposing side winning.
Edit. I erred in my simplistic comment that can be interpreted differently, and for that I apologize. My revised comment is extremism is never good for country because it simplify issues and create hatred, and as such people with such mindset should not be allowed to take power.
Lol, imagine the greatest generation that fought literal Nazis coming to tell you that your party sucks and you're just like, nah, it'll be fine.
No, they changed their ways. They're only going to deport the Muslims. Everyone else we previously went after are totally off the table.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.